Motivate You changes you.
Motivate You has taught me a lot in the past, but one thing that I can say I've taken from it the most is the planning, the detailed planning. We always know how to plan for our day-to-day routines, our to-do list, what errands we gotta run, where we gotta go to work, but before I joined Motivate You, I did not know how to plan my inner self, plan the progress that's happening within me, which is my spiritual, emotional, mental, and physical health. And by joining Motivate You, I've been able to actually see the progress by breaking down these areas in my life.
What's going on, good people? All right, so we understand in order to be successful, you have to have targets, right? In order to hit your target, you got to put forth the physical and the mental effort. You got to go to work. But how do you go from where you are to your target? You're going to need consistency. I stand where I am today because I got consistent, right? And what I learned is that consistency will change your life, right? Becoming proficient in the discipline of consistency is an absolute game changer, right? You got to get consistent.
When I first came to Coach Washington, I didn't know what I wanted to do with myself. I didn't know my strengths or my weaknesses. I was just living day by day. And I came to him and I asked him, what would be a good career for me and could he help me out? And now I went from not knowing what I wanted to do to joining the United States Air Force. And I can say that Motivate You helped me all the way. He texted me, he contacted me every day to make sure I stayed on track.
Back to the game plan sessions, we go back and we take a look at all the things that I said I was gonna do versus what I actually did and how we could put a plan into place to execute those goals.
It became a lot easier for me to be consistent in other areas of my life because consistency is a discipline, right? So I asked myself, what if I applied consistency to my health? If I applied it to my relationships? What if I applied it to my finances, right? I found that whatever I focused on, I can apply consistency to, right? It was at that time I started to accelerate my growth in other areas of my life. Consistency absolutely changed my life.
The game plans, I have been able to track my progress, long term, short term, mid term, with different timelines. That way I can always make sure that throughout my days that my actions are lining up with the results that I want, with the path that I want.
Just come truthful, tell them exactly what you want to do with yourself and just go hard all the way, every day at work day.
Stop oversleeping and under hustling. Kendall Ficklin. Work is physical or mental effort to achieve a desired result. Every single day, you are going to have to work and work and work and work and work and work and work. All right, and just in case you do not believe me, it is also a promise of God. All hard work brings a profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty. Proverbs chapter 14, verse 23. Not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, not six, but 7. I grew up in the house with 6 other people, and I loved it. I have 2 younger brothers, Jordan and Eli, an older brother, Thomas, and my sister Tiffany is the oldest. And we all have the same biological mother and father, Thomas and Stephanie Washington. When my youngest brother Eli was born, we packed up the Chevy Suburban, traded in our built-in pool for a second story, reversed our scenery, and moved to an African-American middle-class neighborhood on the other side of town. Life was good. The harder you work, the better you get. The average self-paid millionaire works 12 to 13 hours a day. That's 60 to 65 hours per week. You only work 8 hours a day for survival. Everything else is for success because the world is so competitive. Every hour over 8 is an investment in your future. It's an investment in your success.